Some friendships are loud. They announce themselves with excitement and grand gestures. Others are quiet. They grow in small rooms over shared meals, shared silence, and shared survival. Kama and Carolith's friendship was the quiet kind. They met at a time when life had already taught them disappointment. Both young women had arrived in the city with hope and little else. The city did not greet them warmly. It demanded rent, resilience, and patience they were still learning to build. They rented a single room on the edge of town. The walls were thin. When it rained, water crept in through the roof. The door only closed properly if you pushed it hard with your shoulder. But it was theirs. They shared everything. One mattress, one blanket, one cooking pot. When food was scarce, they divided it anyway. When one had work and the other didn't, money was never questioned. Clothes were shared, shoes were shared, even dreams were shared. At night, they talked. They talked about parents they missed or never really knew, about childhoods that ended too early, about how tired they were of pretending they were fine. Carolith was gentle, observant, and patient. She listened more than she spoke. Kama was expressive, bold, and protective. She spoke for Carolith when Carolith felt too tired to speak for herself. They balanced each other. They bathed together, cooked together, prayed together. They laughed at their poverty because laughter felt lighter than crying. They trusted each other completely. That trust was their strongest bond, and later, their deepest wound. One evening, as Kama laughed loudly at something Carolith said, a man standing nearby turned toward them. He was dressed well. His shoes were clean, his watch caught the fading sunlight. He didn't look like someone familiar with hunger. "Sorry," he said politely, smiling. "I couldn't help overhearing. You laugh like someone who still believes life can be kind." That was how they met Olama. They talked briefly. His confidence was calm, not loud. He asked questions about where they lived, what they did, what they hoped for. When he spoke to Carolith, his tone softened. Before leaving, he asked for her number. Carolith hesitated. Kama watched carefully. Slowly, she gave it to him. Nothing dramatic happened after that. No sudden romance, no promises. Olama called occasionally. He met Carolith for walks, for simple meals, for long conversations. He never rushed her. She never asked him for money or favors. She treated him like a person, not an opportunity. Kama joined them often at first. She laughed and joked, happy to be included. But gradually, something inside her shifted. She noticed how Olama looked at Carolith. She noticed how Carolith seemed lighter, calmer. She noticed how hope returned to Carolith's eyes. And comparison began its quiet work. Why her? Why not me? Kama didn't wake up planning betrayal. It grew slowly, fed by envy and impatience. She began to speak to Olama privately, not boldly, carefully. "She's very simple," she said once. "She doesn't really understand your world," she said another time. Eventually, the lie came. "She wasn't honest with you," Kama said quietly one afternoon in Olama's car. "She used to be a prostitute. She had abortions. She threw away babies." She spoke softly, as if the truth hurt her too. Olama didn't ask for proof. The lie fed something already inside him: control, ego, fear. When he confronted Carolith, he didn't listen. "How many babies have you killed?" he asked coldly. Carolith froze. She tried to explain. She tried to defend herself. But once a lie is believed, truth sounds like noise. He walked away. The rumors spread quickly. Neighbors whispered. People avoided her. Doors closed. Carolith lost more than a relationship. She lost her name. She fell to zero. She took a job as a maid. She cleaned floors while tears soaked into dirty water. She swallowed insults silently. She learned patience the way elders learn prayer. Later, a hotel job came. She took it. Cleaner, attendant, supervisor, manager. Years passed. She rose quietly, without announcing herself. It was during this calm season that she met her true love, not in a dramatic way, not through wealth, not through rescue. He noticed her professionalism, her kindness to staff, the way she spoke calmly under pressure. He listened when she spoke. He never questioned her past. He respected her boundaries. He loved her gently. He never raised his voice. He never controlled her. He never made her feel small. He treated her like a queen, not with money, but with consistency, respect, and care. Meanwhile, Kama learned the cost of shortcuts. Olama's charm turned controlling. His affection turned cruel. When he was done with her, he discarded her. She walked the streets with regret heavier than hunger. Somewhere else, Carolif stood tall, not because she was lucky, but because she endured. And life, patient and fair, delivered its lesson. She fell, so I could rise.